welcome to the first episode of the ControlPadBlues Nostalgicast. My name is Andre, and in this video, hopefully the first of many, we'll talk about the game, little tidbits of this and that, but mainly we'll be focusing on specific memories from our childhood when playing this game. Basically a video version of my blog, which is over at ControlPadBlues.com. Joining me via Skype is my good friend Jordan.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well, how are you?
Excellent, muy bien.
Yeah.
Jordan's going to be joining me on these trips down memory lane. He's going to be sharing some of his own memories. Like I say, this is hopefully the first of memory. First of memory.
That's good.
Yeah. First of memory manys. Many memories. Hopefully they might not all be this long in length, but the point is just to reminisce and have some fun. If you like this video, feel free to visit the blog at ControlPadBlues.com and share your own childhood memories. Just, keep it clean. We're too old for internet drama.
It's your family site.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're 30. Gosh, we're so old.
So old.
Anyways, let's start now, shall we?
Sure.
All right.
I love that title
All
screen.
right. Yeah, it's classic, man.
Love it.
First thing right off the bat, I don't know if you clued into this when it came out or not. The music, how it's a remix of the underwater theme from Super Mario Brothers 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy, wow! I had no idea.
Well, the other day I went on YouTube and I kind of played them back and forth. Just played a little bit of the underwater theme, and then I played the title screen, and yeah, it's not quite note for note, but it's a remix,
Wow.
and it feels completely like it belongs in Super Mario Brothers 2.
Well, that's incredible.
Yeah.
That is.
Well, there you go.
I did not know that. That's an amazing fact. This is a game that I've been playing since I was 5.
Yeah, about 5.
And I had no idea. Wow.
You were 5 when it came out. Yeah.
I mean, you play Super Mario Brothers 3. And for the purposes of our readers who may be more American than Canadian, I'm going to say Mario, not Mario, even though I want to say Mario. You play the third one, and of course you go into the underground, and you hear that remix of the original underground theme. And
yeah.
You get that, but I've never noticed that. That's incredible.
I know.
Wow.
Well,
okay.
There you go.
I'm officially glad we've done this show.
So I'm going to start. When I was a kid, my favorite was always Luigi, but I'll go with Mario.
Yeah, when I was a kid, it was like, oh, Luigi's the tallest guy. He's obviously the best.
Oh, yeah.
not the case anymore. Oh, man, this weird black area. I always wanted to know what was inside the door that he came from, even though it's in the storyline. Like, he opened up a door in a cave.
Yeah.
And I always want to know what was that cave, like, it seems so weird.
Well, yeah, the instruction booklet has the picture of him walking up the stairs up to a doorway.
Oh yeah.
And then basically, yeah, I used to envision it like, that's what's behind that door you see in the instruction booklet.
It's very strange. The first time I ever played this game, I actually remember it being slightly different. Mm-hmm. I played it over my friend Kyle's place. His brother Matthew. But when they weren't playing Captain Power with the jet gun or whatever it was, they were hogging the NES and the NES, I guess. And I remember seeing this game, and it must have been where you're at right now with the palm tree and the big waterfall. That's the part that I remember, but I remember it being so much bigger. I finally played it. I was looking for that spot the whole time, and I never found it. But I think that's where it was, right out there.
Oh yeah. I think I won't take the shortcut just for the purpose of the video. Do it the legitimate way, I suppose.
I must have done that like 3 times, and then every time after that, it's always shortcut.
Yeah, and the way this game starts, actually, with the fact that you're scrolling vertically, you drop directly downwards, whereas in Mario 1, you start from, left to right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of a sign of things to come, that things are going to be drastically different.
Yeah. You just beat the first transgendered video game character ever.
All right, let's see if I can get the cherries again.
Oh yeah, last time we were playing this, months ago, we ended up with like 50 lives or something.
Something like that.
Something ridiculous from your magical cherry fingers. Oh, see, here we go. Oh, wow. Okay, see, and we continue.
I won't do this too much, but
No, it's fine. Give
bang,
us.
bang, bang. Oh, no. Oh, well.
That's always good. That's what people want to
Yeah.
hear.
All right, screw this. Well, there you go. Just when I decide to give up, that's when I get the 3.
I always like, the picture at the bottom where they're all hanging out. I always thought that would be really awesome if you could all play as everyone at once.
All right, well, let's try Luigi. He's a little,
More finicky.
yeah, he's a little greasy.
He's way more Italian.
Oh, God. Yeah, okay. This is weird. I haven't played as Luigi in a while.
Oh yeah, it's
I said he's greasy.
You did. Then
Yeah,
I called him Italian.
That's not right.
I apologize. I kid.
All right.
I live in Montreal. It's half Italian, so it's all good. Everyone's wonderful.
Speaking of which, yes, Jordan lives in Montreal. I live in Fredericton, New Brunswick, Jordan's hometown. Jordan moved away because there's brighter, better things, and
it's a bigger place, more stuff happening.
Yeah, exactly. There's not much happening here in Fredericton, but anyways, we figured this was a good way to keep in touch. Oh no!
Oh, definitely.
No.
Oh, good job. See, it's stupid. Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous because you duck it. It's still problem. I always wanted to know what was behind the Shy Guys masks.
I would imagine it's quite like a disfigured.
Like, is it gross or is it just nothing? Or are they, as the manual said, are they just like shy? I don't know why I did that. I always use 2 bombs there. Always.
I just figured I'd. What?
No, put it right next to it. Put it right next to it. I've been in that situation before. Yeah, it's over. I'll never be able to get that one more hit point that I don't actually need.
Yeah, well.
You don't need it.
I'm not.
You can't not get it, but
Oh, it's just Luigi's so weird.
You also missed the one at the beginning of the level, but
Yeah, I know.
But this isn't a Let's Play.
Exactly. We're just here to reminisce.
I always found it was kind of weird that those guys are purple inside, but they're black outside.
Oh. The ninjas?
The ninjas, yeah.
All right. This should be difficult. Because he like floats a little bit. Yeah. One thing that I don't know if you just noticed that I just did there, you can kind of grab onto a ledge.
Yeah, a little bit. I've been stuck in there. When I was a little kid, I used to think, oh man, that must hurt them so much. Because they just got like a corner.
Yeah, it's kind of like
to the stomach, like bam, or worse.
Or the crotch. Yeah.
Or the crotch.
That was awful.
Yeah. Bam. Right. There's a way right here. Is if you get that the star with the cherries.
Yes.
There's a way to keep the subcon music going.
Oh yeah, I've seen that in.
You get the cherries, you become invincible, and then you grab the potion and you go in and you get your mushroom or whatever. And just as the star is wearing off, you leave, and the star like triggers again. I always end up playing this level with the original Mario Brothers music.
Nice.
Because I do that so often.
Well.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I have nothing.
Okay. Well, no, I was just gonna say that this is actually my mom, her favorite game to watch me play when I was little.
Oh yeah.
I asked her the other night, and I was like, "Why was it your favorite game?" She's like, "Well, Super Mario 1 was just so." It was sort of bland looking, and I guess I understand what you mean. I guess from her perspective and not really liking video games.
Yeah.
This one was just a little more happy-go-lucky in the colors and the music and everything else. And Fanto,
he's terrifying.
Scared the bejesus out of me.
Absolutely terrifying. What do you? Sorry, I have muscle memory of this, and what I do is I do the same thing every time. Because when you play this game, so you went down the wrong side.
Yeah, I know I did. I know.
Okay.
I know. I just haven't played this in so long. It's crazy.
I just you develop like a muscle memory of this, and you just can't do it any other way. This is why I don't take the long way. I always take the shortcut, the first level.
Oh yeah.
Just can't do it. Can't do it any other way. I got stuff to do in this video game.
One thing that I also thought when I was a kid, if you look at the bricks,
yep,
they're bricks, right? That's what that.
Pretty sure they're supposed to be bricks, yeah.
Well, okay, good. Because when I was little, I always thought that you see these bricks. It's like they're surrounded by a really thick layer of cement. And then when you get to Mouser's level, which I'm doing awful, when you get to Mouser, his bricks look
Are
very
different.
professionally done. It's like I always thought that was such shoddy. Like,
well, if you have limited money for a contractor, I mean, you spend it where you need to spend it.
exactly, I guess Mouser has to keep up appearances.
With his sunglasses and all. Fry Guy was always my favorite enemy, but Mouser was second. I think it's a sunglass thing.
Oh, it must be. Well,
not that Fry Guy's wearing sunglasses, but it looks like he is.
Kind of looks. Oh no, that was close. Holy.
Okay, one weird thing about this, when I was playing this as a little kid, when you jump up in the air and catch a bomb, and it changes your momentum.
Yes, it does.
I was a kid. I swear to God, I thought. I mean, obviously I know it's not true. That's totally weird, but I thought that my controller just all of a sudden weighed more. Like I had like it in my brain that because I was so in tune with this game that it was just like, oh my God, and my controller was actually heavier than it was before. It's a stupid thing. I was like a really dumb kid, I guess. But like it just that's what it felt like, and it was only there.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I don't know. That was cheap.
That whatever.
That was super cheap.
I'll get the mushroom up here. But yeah, that's similar to those people who would play Nintendo games and they would actually pull the controller in either direction.
Yeah, my friend Dan and I used to say that that's how real people play. That's the real Nintendo experience.
You're running towards a ledge and if I pull my controller, to the left or the right, well, it will slow my momentum.
And all those people are now vindicated because when the Wii came out and you actually do that. It's like I have to do what in this Wario game? Shake everything? Okay.
I'm having a rough time with the princess here. All right, so right here is a pivotal moment in my video game upbringing, I guess. I finally got here the morning after I rented this game the first time. I get here and I have no idea what to do. I'm thinking it's a dead end. I see cherries down there, but I think it's a dead end. There's like my mom and I, we were trying to figure it out. We were going out here and we were looking around. No, is there something I missed? I have no idea. So like about 15 minutes of just running around and trying to figure out what the hell to do. I pressed B accidentally and I'm like, oh god, okay. I felt like the biggest idiot ever.
Well, it's obvious now because our brains are like, not only would we try something, but you'd think there's obviously no way that this game is made with like no possible way to get down.
This was, I believe, it was the first sequel I ever played. I guess I suppose you'd count Donkey Kong Jr., but I'd never really played Donkey Kong until I had rented Donkey Kong Classics. And I just always assumed that Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. were one and the same game.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, well, I was just that was completely random.
Good job.
As was that.
Wow, dude. Wow.
It's just luck.
Oh my god. I mean, like, I'm glad. Don't think I'm like upset. I don't know how you do it versus me doing it.
So, anyways, what it was, I did not have a subscription to Nintendo Power yet. I had one for many years, but it was after this game came out. And essentially, my sister both of my sisters worked at the corner store, just around the block, and I think my oldest sister was babysitting me, and she said, let's go for a snack run. And I said, okay. I was, 5, 6 years old. I think I was probably 5. And she said, there's a Super Mario Brothers 2, and we're going to rent it tonight. I'm like, what do you mean there's a Super Mario Brothers 2? That makes no sense. So, anyways, long story short, she was all excited. She was, what?
Oh, that sucks.
She was all giddy, and she was like, I was like, okay. That was dumb. I'm so busy talking.
It's okay. Good job.
All right. Watch me die. Ooh, that was close.
I just throw those guys all off.
All right.
You'll be fine.
I'm playing with a slight delay, although it's not super noticeable. It's enough for me to use it as an excuse.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so it was the first I rented this and Slalom the same night.
Oh God, I don't even think I've ever played Slalom
Oh, did
outside
you?
of going through ROMs and checking things.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
That was what was so satisfying about these Cobrat guys is that you could.
There's a Pokey nearby, always.
Yeah, there's a Pokey nearby, and if you threw one, there were chances are you could get like 2 or 3 of them at once, and you were
Which
like,
then,
yeah.
which the heart comes up. I remember being a little kid, and whenever the heart would come up, and I'd be playing as like Mario or Luigi or something like that, my sisters would go, "Ooh, it's from the princess," and I would get so mad. Like, there's no reason for it at all, but I'd be like, "No, it's not. Shut up. It's not." Because I didn't want it to be all mushy and stupid and stuff. Because
Because it was Mario.
Yeah, exactly. It's not from the princess. God, you don't know anything. Ugh.
Well, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna play as Mario after this.
I think so.
This is
Might be a good idea.
this is really greasy.
In a non-racist way. Yes, it's
Yeah.
greasy.
Yeah.
He's too excitable.
He hasn't showered in a very long time.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
You
my
went there.
goodness.
You
Yes,
went.
I did. All right.
Just realized now you probably should have warped to World 4. But I get it.
I like I mean, think like there's a lot made about this game not being an actual Mario game
Mm-hmm.
and it being Doki Doki Panic or whatever.
Right.
I did not know anything about Doki Doki Panic until
The internet.
what's that?
The internet.
Yeah, well,
It's not like they're gonna really say that in Nintendo Power. Hey, this game used to be another game, but we decided to change it.
well, I believe the first time I actually read about it was a Nintendo Power magazine. It was a player's guide called Mario Mania. And it had a bunch of stuff in it pertaining to the history of Mario, cameos of games that he. Oh crap! Cameos and games that he'd been in.
Like Mario Hotel. Well, I guess that wouldn't have been at that point.
They had not. They did not bring it up. I don't think it was up to that point yet.
Never have.
Yeah. And anyways, there was a little section I believe in there that was dedicated to. Did you know that it was not actually a Mario game? And I think that was the first time I'd actually, heard about it.
Nice.
And oh god, oh no. Okay. See, this is where Fanto used to stress me out when I was little.
Nintendo stress.
This is the worst kind of, well, not the worst kind of stress. I'm sure there are other. Whoa, that was close.
Okay.
I'm sure there is.
See this guy up here? This tweeter.
Yes.
That's what they're called. Just hold on for a second. See how he's like this little worm that's got like a flat bottom and he's got wings.
He's got a tail. He's got a rat tail.
I guess so. But I never saw his feet. Honestly, as like a little kid, I thought it was like some sort of weird worm that was half stuck in a portal and was jumping around at the same time. That's what it looked like to me. That's where my brain went first. I don't understand that. My brain's just like, yeah, that makes sense. What the hell's a tweeter doing there? I don't understand.
I think he might be there in the event that you throw too many. If you actually miss,
that actually makes a lot of sense.
Like an idiot, and he respawns. If
Kill.
Yeah, I killed him. Yeah, I killed him earlier, and he respawned. So
yeah. And then because the door shows up, he just evaporates into thin air.
Yeah, exactly.
You monster.
So this doorway, it's a white doorway with like light flashing through it, and that's the triangle that you see. It's like a beam of light, right?
You know what's so weird? I never saw that as a beam of light. I actually thought that you were seeing this hallway go far off into the distance.
That is messed up, because yeah, that is exactly that is exactly how I saw it as a kid.
Oh, really?
That's
weird.
You know those parts in Grand Theft Auto where you can go up through a building and onto a rooftop. You can in Grand Theft Auto 4 anyways. You go up a set of stairs and you go up, you come out of a door and you're on the rooftop of a Liberty City building.
Yep.
Well, this is like a slanted stairwell roof. And like you come in this door and you go down a set of stairs.
Yeah.
That's
until you just said that, I never saw it as a beam of light. That's weird. That's weird.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I've always seen it like you see it. That's weird. Hey, couple lives. That'll make up for the ones I lost earlier. All right, let's go back to Mario. None of this nonsense.
No more Luigi, please.
No.
So I don't know about you. I don't know when you actually got this game. I got this game for Christmas.
Okay.
Probably 1989 1999 or 1990. I mean, yeah, obviously way after it's been released, but I got this game for Christmas, and like I would always rent it from the co-op. Always, 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 always. I love the artwork on the front. I love the manual the most. The manual, I think, is, aside from the actual gameplay, it is my favorite aspect of this game. I love that manual.
It is a pretty sweet manual. It's I don't
Please don't skip World 4.
Oh yeah, that's true too. So tempting.
It was so strange because I would rent this like so many times, and you rent it from like a convenience store or wherever. You get the game. You might get the manual, maybe, unless it's a game like this in which someone has destroyed or eaten the manual many moons ago. And it was weird finally getting like, oh, I had the full box. Like I had the cardboard box, I had the black slip cover, I had the manual, which again is the best manual I've ever seen, aside from Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah.
And the Fallout manuals, but that's a separate thing altogether. I was like pictures and descriptions of every single enemy in the game. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. And it was like it's like you said, there's something similar to that in the Super Mario Brothers 3 manual, but this was obviously it came first, so it's more memorable to us.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's weird because I always remembered it being a bunch of drawings, but it's actually like really close-up screenshots, like the fuzziest screenshots you can imagine.
Yeah, you can see the lines in the.
Yeah, it's the scan lines.
Yeah, exactly.
Some guy at Nintendo, like they didn't take it directly from like a computer printout or anything. Well, that's weird.
Yeah.
Never seen that before. But they didn't take it from a printout. They just actually just went right up to a TV and took a picture. Which, now that I think about it, is really weird for Nintendo to do. Like, you're a multi-million-dollar company.
Yeah, I always kind of wondered how they did that in like in old issues of Nintendo Power. How they got screenshots in and stuff. They weren't always crystal clear, but a lot of the times they were pretty good.
I've actually found that a lot of the Nintendo Power screenshots, the color was really bad. It was like bleeding out all over the place. And what was worse is when you saw bad screenshots in the box of a game. Because I don't understand. Yeah, in the back of the box. I never understood that because like you got to sell this game. You got to make this game look good. And I remember I realized that as a kid. I don't remember what game it was, but I remember I had played it before, and then I looked on the back, and it's not that it was stuff that wasn't in the game. It was just that it looked like garbage, and the game itself wasn't actually that bad. I don't know if it was like one of the skater dies or skater dies. Wait for the third one, man.
There.
Or I usually just take those things and just wail on them. Hawkmouth. And this is one of the games that will always remind me of being at my cousin's place in Perth Andover, New Brunswick. Yep. They owned it too. Like I would visit, or they'd visit, and we'd all take turns getting through it. And we'd pretty much go that every time there was a character selection thing, we'd switch. Did you always find that these posts looked like they had snow on them?
Yes, totally.
I don't know what that is.
I don't. Yeah.
I'm actually like, is it a snow or is it the top of some sort of weird candy wrapper?
It looks like it is a pillar that has been hammered down or something, and that is like the flattened out wood at the top. I don't know.
Why'd they make it white? Doesn't make any sense.
Oh, why did I have to go and yeah?
Well, take one of these guys.
Yeah.
You can get a heart if you take one of those things out and kill those guys. Or one of these guys.
I think I'm gonna. Oh.
That was not the way to do it.
Nope.
Unfortunately not.
It was not. But hey, I got 13 lives, whatever.
That's true. Yeah.
And I will learn my lesson from grabbing instead of just throwing away the... What?
You must remember not being able to beat this game. I bring this up while you're getting your ass handed to you by these people.
Yep. This is pretty embarrassing. I'm just going to go ahead and post this on the internet for everyone to see just how bad I have become.
But I mean, you must remember like being a kid and realizing that like, oh man, I could never beat this. This is like insane.
This game is huge.
Yeah, huge. That's one thing. And it's also like, how could I ever possibly get to the end? I don't remember when I got better at it, but it was good times when I did.
I did nothing.
Like World 6 still kicks my ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I remember when I was at the end with Wart, I always thought that you had to jump behind him to hit him.
Right.
It turns out that, well, obviously all you have to do is just not get your stuff hit by the bubbles.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
But I never thought that actually worked. So like my whole time I'd pick a vegetable up from one of the horns that shoots it out, and then I'd try my hardest to jump over him, and I'd usually make it, and then wait for him to open his mouth and hit him in the back.
That's a lot of work.
Yes, it is. Okay.
How do I?
I was gonna make a suggestion.
Go ahead.
Use the ones that are further from the pillars first, like up there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have to end up walking quite a bit. Running, I guess. Yeah.
Yay. Bang. So back on the topic of Doki Doki Panic.
Mhm.
Obviously, they were Japan. In Japan, it was an actual Super Mario Brothers 2 was released. I honestly don't think Mario would have taken off the way he did if that game was released in the States.
Oh no.
I mean, it was hard. I mean, it was fun to play at an older age.
You know what? I'm going to challenge you on that. I don't think so. I have played it recently. I do not like that game.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like, oh, you want sun or wind and different physics and stuff? Yeah, and we'll make the levels harder too. Yeah, that makes sense.
Poison mushrooms.
Yeah, not a fan. Not.
Is there a
I
mushroom?
always liked how Mario's eyes would twinkle in front of the doors. You notice that?
No. Oh,
You
there
just
it
did.
is. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see that.
Wow.
Did you
What?
see- what?
Yeah. That was awesome. It's like I'll throw a vegetable and then I'll just take it right back.
Wow.
Oh man, I hate this level.
This level has the only red sniffet in the game.
The only red sniffet, really?
Yeah. Everything else is pink. There's one red one. He's all by himself,
Oh.
and he's at the top of this. Right here. If you keep going, you'll see him. He'll actually try to, well, hurt you. But yeah, it's very strange. Like, they only put one in the game. Aside from, like, on the title screen.
Why is he?
Just wait until he comes by and then jump on his head. Whoa, God. So, every time I beat this game, I would always think next time I'm going to equally rotate characters to see what it's like at the end. Because they always say, like, oh, you know, Mario's played 17 times or whatever it was.
Right.
Do you have to keep going up?
No, I took the wrong door, I think.
Confusing.
It's been forever since I've decided not to skip these levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to go up here and then up and around. And
Yeah.
yeah, there is no special
No. And,
ending
like,
if you like even it out, right?
right, but every time I do it, I just be like, I'm just going to do it to do it. And every time I either forgot to do it next time or just realized it'll show everyone's name, and that was it. Bam!
Yeah.
In your face.
And
They always look like girls because the red always reminded me of hair.
I guess.
Speaking of hair, I had a those speaking of Super Mario Brothers 2 hair. You are in trouble, sir.
I think so.
I had a huge argument, not a angry argument, but a frustrating argument with my friend Ben, our mutual friend Ben, I guess.
Yes. Yep.
Because I said something about we were playing Double Dash, and I said something about well, Daisy looks better as a princess because she has brown hair, almost like how Peach used to look. And then he's like, "What are you talking about? Peach always had blonde hair." I'm like, "Not so. Mario Brothers 1 and 2. She had brown hair or reddish hair." And he was like, "You're nuts." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I played this way more than you. You're clearly an idiot." I didn't call him, but you know, there's no way that you're right about this. And we argued and argued and argued and argued, and it was like a weird, like 45-minute long thing where I'm just like, "No, dude, I know what I'm talking about. I grew up with this game."
Yeah, I know.
And it turns out that he had only played the Super Mario Brothers All Stars, which was of course released after they were just like, yeah, Princess Peach, which is her official name now, is blonde. And don't need.
No, wouldn't give anything anyways. This is Mouser 2, right?
Yeah, this is Mouser 2,
Let's see
which
again.
is Super Mario Brothers 2 Advance. This is a huge robotic Birdo.
Yes, that was the first Game Boy Advance game I played. But then again, it was the first Game Boy Advance game that a lot of people played.
It's the only Game Boy Advance game I currently own.
Yeah.
I found my DS when we were moving, and I found an old copy of that, and I was like, oh, sweet.
Yeah.
He requires 5 hits, doesn't he?
5 or 6. I don't remember.
I always thought it was 3 for the first time, 5 for the second. Same with Triclide. Well, I used to call it tricycle when I was little because you read the word and you start reading the word and the rest of the word doesn't even matter. It's tricycle.
All right, so let's close there.
I'm sure you agree with me here that I always found this game like weirdly mysterious, both because it seemed like so different than the previous Mario game and Mario 3. Because when you're little, you pretty much play all of them at once, but also because there always seemed to be totally new areas to explore.
Oh yeah. Okay, here's
like,
4-1. Oh.
Yeah. This is the only ice level that I tolerate in video games.
World 6 in Super Mario Brothers 3 is
Not
comparable, I find, in terms of difficulty. Oh, man. Yeah, I find this just like...
This is going to be rough, man.
The slipperiness is immense.
Yeah. But that part in World 6 where you sink in the lava and go underneath?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And the shortcut at the end of World 1-1. And even in that sinking lava level, there's at the end of the world, not apparently, I remember this, there's a rock, like a big door, like the huge door, and it's got two things on above it. Two little marks, so it looks like a face. And my cousins were always just like, "You gotta get to the end of the world. There's a face there. It's a like big, scary face." And I was actually too scared not to almost drown myself in lava. I had to do that all the time. Like, I'm not going to the end of the level. I don't want to see that scary face.
Nice.
And years later, I look at it and was like, I was an idiot.
All right. I find that World 4 in general is a lot like that scene in Dumb and Dumber where Harry tells Lloyd, or Lloyd tells Harry, I should say, just go, man. Minus the it's warm part, because it's an ice level, but it's you just kind of have to just go, because
you just go through it.
Yeah, the ice makes you just, I don't know, there's no traction. You're going all over the place.
This was always, like, World 4 was always my favorite. Like, I have the most memories of this game from World 4. Like, I had flurries, the little stickers. I had those, like, the car stickers that you put on a window. So they were, like, double-sided. And you could see them. You put them on the inside, and you can see them. I had those. I put those on my window in my room. I loved this world. World 4 2 specifically, I actually have a story about this. I remember the pattern here. Duck.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Oh, man. This comes right back to me. And jump. Oh, yeah, never mind. I'm not going to try to.
Oh, I ducked when I should have dived, and dived when I should have ducked. All right.
Good job. But I do have a story about this one. It was...
The whales?
The whales. I remember I was in grade 1 or 2. And it was near Christmas time, and I was going to be in like a pageant or something, or singing in the choir. And I was in a shoe store in the Regent Mall in Fredericton looking for new shoes, because that matters when you're standing next to a bunch of kids who are in front of you. And it's funny because that shoe store, I think, is actually where GameStop is now.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah. And I remember when I was a kid, all I wanted were high-top sneakers, the ones with like the high back.
The pumps?
Not even the pumps, just the ones that weren't low to the ground. I wanted the ones that went like above your ankle.
Okay.
Because I always thought they were the coolest. And I'm at the time when we're getting this thing, I'm grumpy, and my mom's trying to deal with me trying on shoes. And I just don't want to do anything. So the clerk, he's just like, "Okay, man. Well," I even remember like what he said. He's like, "What do you? What's the problem with these shoes?" And they were like black, like fancy shoes. And my answer was, "Well, they're not cool enough." Like, I'm a total jerk. And he's just like, "Not cool enough, eh? And he kind of looks around a bit. And then he asks me, "What do you want for Christmas? Or what did you ask for Christmas? What did you ask Santa for?" And I said, "Super Mario Brothers 2. He's like, "Oh, have you played it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I love it." He's like, "What's your favorite world?" I'm like, "The one with the whales." And he's like, "Oh, man, that's cool." And then he told me something that I never realized before. He's like, "Do you know that you can see the whale's eyes?"
Oh.
What?
You totally can.
I was like, you can see the whale's eyes? I was like, "Yeah, right down there. Right down there by there. They get the little eyes there." I'm like, "Oh, that's crazy." And I couldn't wait to get home. I didn't actually have it at the time, but I couldn't wait for Christmas time to like get the game.
So they could
go play and just to see if it's like, "Oh, was he telling the truth?" But in the meantime, I'm trying on all these shoes, and my mom and he are having this other conversation. Dude, not good.
I know. This is awful. I'm just going, man.
Just go.
Just go, man.
All right. But eventually my mom gets the shoes, you don't even hear another word from me. I'm too super happy because I just talked to a store clerk about Super Mario Brothers 2. To my knowledge, no one aside from kids at school knew about video games because, you're a little kid who else knows about video games. But this dude who works at the shoe store totally loves. At the time, my favorite game was this game. And so yeah, I didn't even notice what shoes I got, how long I was in there. I had no idea because I was just like, oh man, he's talking about Nintendo. Everything's cool, man. Everything's cool.
I find it so fun to think about, like, you mentioned the Regent Mall, and my God, I'm doing awful. And that part of the mall was originally not even there. The first I remember of the mall was, oh my God,
just walk up to him and bash him in the face.
If I could. I'm playing with just a slight delay, and I know I'm making it. It seems like an excuse, but it's slowing down right on me right now. I'm not quite as good a gamer as I used to be, but yeah, the Regent Mall used to be quite different.
Oh, now it gives you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Regent Mall actually used to be smaller than the Fredericton Mall.
Oh yeah,
which is no longer around.
It used to be what, the Wilco, and
it was the Wilco, and then there was a grocery store at the other end, and then you had stuff like Tip Top Tailors and the arcade in between, and that was it. And then they branched off like 3 times.
They had a frozen yogurt place down in one of those 2 branches, and then they added the food court. Man, it was a magical time growing up.
Another World 4 thing I used to love is that rocket that you pick out of the ground, because that makes sense.
Yeah.
I always wanted to just fly that around, and I always wondered what was inside that rocket. Like, did he have like tons of controls and stuff? My God, good job.
Thank you. And
those little machines that the Shy Guys ride. A few years ago, I was just like, oh yeah, those are called battery machines, and other people were like, what are you talking about? Like people who knew the game. I'm going, no, they're not. They're just things that the guy rides. I'm like, what the hell? So I found a copy of the manual, like a scanned copy, and I looked it up. And there's actually an entry for them, and it actually says some people called them bad dream machines. I'm like, oh yeah, see, I knew it. I have this weird memory for all these stupid, insignificant things. But I have to remember an appointment that I have to take. No chance. I will tell you what a obscure. Oh, if you had Princess here, you could just.
I know, you could just glide over the
entire level.
I picked Mario, and I realized afterwards that I could have.
I forgot to.
It's all right. Oh, these guys. Another thing that you said you had stickers. I had, I don't know.
Of these guys and Mario on skates.
Yeah. Speaking of Mario on skates, you remember the Escapades?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. I remember recording that on VHS.
Good old VHS.
And Jason Bateman was on that.
Oh, I didn't. I know that he was famous for things. And I know what he was famous for. It was like, what, Silver Spoons or something?
I don't even remember.
But like until Arrested Development, I had no idea who he was. And then later on, it's like former child star. I'm like, well, no, not what I was watching. Now Justine Bateman, that's different.
Yes, she was on Family Ties, was she not?
Oh, was she ever? I'll leave it at that. Take the red one. You know this.
But yeah, I had stickers on my wall deckers, which are similar to wall decals.
They're called Waldeckers.
Waldeckers. Which unfortunately I don't have them anymore. I do have the backer cards that they came on, but I don't have the decals themselves.
That's the weirdest thing to keep.
I know. I don't know why, but I must have taken them off or something, thinking I was, I'm too old for this. I'm never gonna want to keep these things. Wrong.
Yeah. Totally wrong.
This is probably going to end in tears. Actual bonus tears.
Hot tears.
Okay.
You could totally do this. He's no problem. I always thought it was a she because you knew Christmas Vacation?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember if it's Clark's mom. No, it's Clark's wife's mom. I forget her name. She's in a bunch of stuff. She was in Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh, anyway. Doris.
Yeah.
That was awful. Doris Roberts. Yes.
Yes. Fry Guy reminds me of her.
All right. Okay.
That hair. I don't know if she put on
Doris Roberts.
If she put on sunglasses and made her hair frizzy and then started spitting fire, it would pretty much be Doris Roberts.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say I know exactly what you're talking
about. Whether you do or do not.
Nope. Exactly.
I always found it kind of weird that if you stand up by your health, you're in front of your health. I don't know why that's weird to me, but it just is. It seems like it's, I don't know, like some sort of weird stage play or something, and you're in front of the dressing.
Yeah. Well, there was like
That's pretty much how Super Mario Brothers 3 is presented, though.
Well, there was I used to get these guys, try to get them in one shot, but it never worked.
Otherwise, they speed up and they're super annoying.
Yep. And then, oh, screw you.
Just go down and that does it. Bam.
Do it. Bam.
And that light from the door just obliterates everything in its way.
Yeah, exactly. No mushrooms will survive the light of the door.
The actual storyline for this game used to freak me out.
The fact that it was a dream?
I was reading, no, not even that. I'd read the manual, and it'd be like Mario saw the same cave and doorway that was in his dream.
Okay.
I mean, like, it didn't scare me. It just freaked me out. It was like a Twilight Zone sort of thing.
Yeah, it was. Really...
And it kind of makes me still appreciate that sort of weirdness today and stuff. This level's.
It is.
Yeah, I gotta say this level's a son of a bitch.
Yes.
It is crazy.
Probably...
When I get to the end of it, it's like, oh my god, amazing.
I'm gonna die.
Are you using a keyboard?
Nope.
Well, that's good. Because if you were, I would say we should just stop the video right now. Because there ain't no chance. That jump right there. That was it. That does me in. If you got that, you might be good.
No, there's still this. I'm not using save states. I'm not doing any of that. Ah.
Good job.
All right. And the mushroom appears down below, does it not?
Oh, the mushroom is down below, does it not? It's good.
All right. And I'm not quite out of the woods yet, am I?
Not quite, but you're close. You're very close. Just don't even worry about these things. Just go, man. No. Just go.
Yeah, just go, man.
Just go.
And this is one of the pain in the arse Birdos, because he just spits fire.
See, I'm telling you, I like it better because you know what he's doing, you know what to expect, and you just wail on him with that thing.
He spits hot fire. That's
such a Doris Roberts thing to do.
That's. I was referring to Chappelle's Show, but I don't know if you're familiar with Chappelle's Show.
I've seen a few of them. Those are always the weirdest enemies. Just like, I want to say, like, where the hell did the ostrich come from? But then I realized you just picked a bomb out of a ground that looked like a vegetable. So I'm not really going to argue logic in this game.
Oh.
That did that. There's nothing really down there for you, is there?
I think that's where you get the potion for the door, is it not?
Oh, maybe. I didn't think so.
Then you grab the potion, and then you come up through.
You wait for that guy. He's like a Montreal driver on a Sunday.
These guys...
oh my god, just get out of my way. What happened? What was that?
I don't know, but we'll probably have to show it on instant replay. Slow motion.
Anyway, if no one else ever watches this, I'm cool with that.
Yep.
Not to be like I don't want people to watch it. I'm just, it's for us.
Yeah, it is. That's why I do the blog. That's why I started the blog.
Yeah.
Was just basically to kind of have an outlet other than Facebook, which, you know, you talk about games a little too much, and then people are able to block you or whatever. And it did it again. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's weird. You could have waited for that heart, but I guess it's going to be irrelevant here in a second.
Yeah. Let's not forget to put it down in the right spot.
I thought you were going to move and throw it. It was going to go off the cliff.
Hey, look at that.
See? It doesn't matter.
Damn it.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to chuck this right off the bat.
So you can get this weird sprite. Weird animation. Okay, so now go to the left. And then go to the right, but not all the way to the right.
Not all the way to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like beating Birdo here with a trout. I think... Oh, you don't have to, but I love doing it.
Oh.
Careful, the trout. Caution, trout.
Over here.
Over here. Hawk mouth. Yum.
Cherries.
Maybe I will. Oh my god, dude. Seriously. And you're playing on a delay.
Well, slight delay. Not a super huge delay or anything, but I'm just gonna screw it.
Well.
Yeah. Well, there was no method to my madness whenever I played the slot game. Oh,
You picked the wrong guy.
no, I think there's a way up there. Seems to me there is.
You picked the wrong guy.
You're messing with the wrong guy.
I sincerely do not think there's a way up there.
I think you're right.
You might be able to get one of those guys back, like to go the opposite way and jump on his back, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I screwed
Although
up.
it's worth a try, because otherwise you have to beat Claw Grip and Oh,
I get. It's all right. Oh. No. And we're back.
And we're back. You
All
got
right,
it.
so-
Yeah, pick. Screw you guys. Oh, that would have been.
Oh.
Okay, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. My God, man.
Oh.
Oh. No.
Okay, well, I'm small as long as I don't die. Easier said than done. And then,
Oh, wait. No, this won't work.
isn't the...
I don't think it is.
Oh. Alright, so that's what it is,
Oh
right?
my God. Okay. Yes. Yes.
Okay, back to our regularly scheduled
And
programming.
we're back on World 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Doesn't
right.
matter who you pick here.
Nope. Extra Life 14. Well, I'm glad I had
Just,
all those extra lives.
Pro tip for anyone watching this: it is possible to get the warp in 5-3 without Luigi. Is it advisable? No, not at all.
Alright, 7-2. The final level. I couldn't... God. all that
Very
careful,
epic.
all that careful planning. I always thought this was kind of cool with the drawbridge
Yeah.
and the rather large door.
Yeah.
And the conveyor belt. This guy is given all he's worth. And
Which way do you normally go? I'm never here enough to remember which way does which.
I believe I go this way. I think. Oh man.
Good.
I do remember the very first time that I beat this. It was some family. It was just a gathering of friends or whatever, and I went to school with one of the guys or one of the kids of the place where we were going. So my mom and dad and myself, we went to we went to somebody else's place to prepare, and while they were preparing to go out on the town with this other family, I played Super Nintendo with their daughter, Cynthia. I remember it well, and oh my God, So I remember I beat the game, and it was the first game that I beat without help. Super Mario Brothers 1 I had help in beating, but this one I beat it all on my own, and then I didn't pick up on what subcon meant, obviously.
Right.
Ah, that was close. And when the ending came and it was obviously all a dream, it blew my mind.
Success. Now this blew my mind, as it blew everyone's mind.
Yes. Oh,
because
I'm just gonna go. Oh, cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna go into the door now, and oh
That's
my
flash.
God!
Well, you hit him.
I hit him. He'll remember
This,
that.
as a little kid, again, not knowing really how games worked or anything like that, and thinking that it was pretty much just magic in a box, I always wondered about the other hawk mouths.
If they could come alive too.
If they could come alive, like obviously they wouldn't because they didn't.
They weren't programmed to.
Right. But you'd think like, well, this one came alive, so like, why couldn't? I mean, he is a stupidly easy boss.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Some of the best boss music ever.
And it's strange because it actually sounded like there were horns playing,
Oh.
and
No.
I just chalked that up to the fact that the horns were there.
This is not a very good start to the.
No, it's not. You should probably jump over him.
That's what I did. No, that's what you did.
That is what I did. Oh, see, and that's why I did it.
All right.
See, and that's why I get a vegetable. I go to the top. He move close. I jump behind him. Bam. Do it 5 times. You're all set.
All right. I can do this. A little too quickly on the draw there. Oh man. That's one.
Okay. I can't believe you put a vegetable in my mouth.
Well, he was, he was the kind of bad guy that you actually could sympathize, or what is it? Sympathize or empathize? I don't know. I'm French.
I don't know. I'm French.
Well, he didn't like his vegetables, and as a kid, neither did I, right?
That's true. Fair enough.
So you're like, oh man, I feel bad. I'm feeding him vegetables to kill him.
I never felt that. I always found it weird that they threw in these weird vegetables at the end of the game, like the weird, like that one. Like, what is that?
It looks like an onion or garlic. One of the
but I don't understand why it's not in World 1.1 or whatever.
I always thought it was kind of interesting, and like the squinty-eyed turnip.
Yes, the racist turnip.
Well, that's actually I believe what the turnip looked like in Doki Doki Panic. I think I'm not.
So they changed sprites except for at the end.
Yeah, I guess so.
That would explain Wart. I'm really surprised that they didn't just turn him into Bowser.
Mamu.
But then again, they really didn't change any of the other enemies. So.
Oh come on! I think I just need to hit him one more time.
Have you actually played Doki Doki Panic?
Not the actual game. I think I played a ROM hack. But...
Oh well, that. Oh, okay, but you haven't actually played the actual ROM or game.
No.
It's you can't run.
Oh.
Yeah, the physics are all different.
Oh my god! Just one more. I'm having a rough time getting this last hit.
It's okay. We'll cut through it.
Yep.
But yeah, the actual Doki Doki Panic was not fun at all. They changed a lot. I guess it's 2 more.
6 hits in total.
Was it? I thought we're still at 5.
I don't know. I missed.
When I was a little kid, I always thought it was 5.
Uh-oh.
This game taught me to count, man. Not really. Yeah, now you're done. Then he goes black and white and fades off and is never shown ever again in video game history.
He is actually. Although
Where?
Under a different name. In Link's Awakening, which ironically.
What?
Link's Awakening is also a game that happens in Link's dream, right?
So Wart is pretty much Freddy Krueger of the Nintendo universe.
That's true.
Oh wow. Okay, sorry. He was shown again here, totally beaten up by vegetables as he floated through the wall.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we found him in the basement. He smells really bad. We're gonna pound on him some more.
And then they beat the crap out of him. These little angel dudes.
Yeah. I always found it was weird that your colors are different at the end.
Yeah, they are. Look at that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, kind of like a burnt sienna look to Mario.
Yeah. This was really fun to watch because it was like the graphics were so really it looked cartoony and real. I'm not going to say
Oh
real,
yeah, it looked like a cartoon. I know what you mean. Like this definitely looks like some sort of Saturday morning cartoon of Mario.
Up until that point, I was only kind of used to Super Mario Brothers 1, the Donkey Kong games, Ice Hockey, Rad Racer. Everything was very rigid and very 8-bitty. This all of a sudden looked like a cartoon, and it was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the first kind of credits sequence you ever kind of saw instead of people who made the game.
Yeah.
We're not gonna.
Who cares? Who cares about those people?
We're not going to include people who made the game. We're just going to include the people that you've seen countless times as you played through the game.
Exactly.
But
which is kind of odd because if you play this game all the way through, like you don't get credits. They're not in the book.
No.
As far as I remember.
No. Yeah. Speaking of the book, there was, of course, it's not even relevant now, but there's a part of the book where it talks about bombs, and it shows a flashing animation or a still of an explosion, and how the sky flashes several different colors. Well, they took the screenshot when the sky was purple.
Yeah, they did.
And I spent my entire time thinking there was a level in the game that had a purple sky. So
it's funny you should mention that because we'll probably mention this during the Mario 3 game. But the screenshots on the back of Super Mario Brothers 3 are not in the game. None of them.
Really?
Yeah, because the stuff at the bottom, those little cards at the bottom or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Autobomb, Bad Dream Machine. stuff at the bottom is actually differently formatted, and there's one level with those flying little beetles that's on green grass, and that's not in the game.
Oh.
Good old Cloglip.
Or is it Tricride? Is it Tricride or Tricride? Tricride.
Or just, tricycle, whatever.
So yeah, the end, and thus wraps up our first episode. Like I said before, they won't necessarily all be this long, but the point is basically to just kind of for us to reminisce. I don't even care if anybody watches this.
No, I don't, because then we can go back to YouTube and watch it.
Yeah, we'll have this
like
forever.
like I can be at work and listen to this.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Yeah,
it's all good.
So in that case, bye-bye, and until next time, à la prochaine.
Yes, this has been fun.